Okie dokie, we are back. So the last few days I've been asked a couple of times, how did I build my biceps? And now I've got to be honest, I've been doing calisthenics, I barely do weights. The last few trainings I've been doing curls, but the main thing that I was doing was planche. Not even pull-ups, not even pull-ups or chin-ups. I barely did those in the last 5 years. I mean, I've been just doing planche, and to be honest, I think of myself that my arms are quite small, so that's why I've been doing the arm curls, but apparently you guys think they are big, so yes, it's the planche. Now there's a few things here that are important. One is the position in the planche where your biceps are going or getting tension is in the straight arm position when you're holding the planche. When you're doing push-ups, you're not getting really any bicep tension, but when you're holding the planche and pressing, but mainly holding the planche, that's where you can really feel it. And you can try this out yourself, like if you mimic a planche just in the air like this, and you put one hand on the other and try to push up, you will see that the tension is building in the bicep here. So that's why, you see all these planche athletes, not only in calisthenics, but also in gymnastics, of course, on the rings, because then you have to even stabilize even more. They have big biceps, right? That's why. So, I mean, there's this whole debate of science-based and how to build your biceps. I'm not saying the planche is the most effective, but if you're buying into that kind of stuff, I mean, the planche is really just, if you're holding it, you're constantly having a straight arm, right? So your bicep is constantly stretched under tension. That's like the most science-based thing you can do, right? So the planche is a science-based exercise, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, that's how I got my biceps, just by doing the planche. That's all there's to it. Later on in this training, I'm going to do a different variation of planche, which is even more beneficial if you want to get huge bulbous biceps. But we'll get to that later on. Now, I'm just going to do some push-ups. So, like I said, the push-ups are not really that great for biceps, but it's not like when I'm training planche that I'm thinking of building biceps. I'm just thinking of training planche, and naturally, you get a bit of biceps. So, like I said, I will focus on the push-ups. Today is going to be a bit of a lighter day, so I'm starting off with some help on the band, and we'll see from there how it goes. Let's go! Not too bad. Let's do another set, exactly like this. Alright. Either I don't remember how much help this green band was in the planche, or I'm just feeling kind of strong today, even though I was feeling fucking tired because it's like 5 a.m. still, and I already went out for a run. Let's try one set without any help. Not bad, not great. Let's move on to supinated planche. Spider-Man. Alright, so moving on to supinated planche. Supinated planche is even better for biceps than a normal planche because you turn back your hands and you can see your bicep is turning forward. You're exposing it even more to the pressure that you already have in a normal planche. More pressure, more tension, more bicep gains, basically. Like if you know Levan from France, he's one of the best planche athletes in the world. But not only that, he does the supinated planche for a shit ton of his training. And his biceps, they're as big as his head. Basically, if you would transplant his biceps onto someone, oh, that's my set timer, onto someone who's like twice his size, the guy will still be happy because it's just that big of a bicep. So you do a lot of supine in the planche, especially the holds, your biceps are gonna blow up. So, all right, I'm gonna do a couple of sets of these, just some holds, and then we'll see from there. All right. That's 11 or 12 seconds. It's a PR, but now it's getting difficult. Whew. All right, this was supposed to be a light day, but let's just do one set, trying to go a bit wider on the planche. So a bit of a wide planche here. All right, another another 2 second hold, but I'm actually quite happy that I got into position. That's quite nice. All right, let's move on to something else. Okay, now moving on to some bicep curls to get some extra stimulus, a bit of a different stimulus into the bicep, because planche is all straight arm work. I want to do some normal curls as well for a final touch. I'm gonna do heavy curls again today. Last time I got 11 reps with 20 kilos. Today I want to get 15 reps with 20 kilos. That would be very nice. And yes, I'm gonna cheat on the curls, but hey, it's not an exam, so I can cheat, I guess. So we'll see how far we get into the curls, how many reps, but 15 is the goal minimum. Let's go. Blue Stali, The Devil, one of the best albums out there. Yes! Woo! Oh my god, Timmy, why are you doing cheat reps? They don't stimulate the biceps. Well, I can tell you, you're wrong. You're wrong, because my biceps are fucking blown up from that one set. Like, it's difficult to explain why you should like do cheat reps once in a while to someone who doesn't do it. Because if you're doing them once in a while, you know the benefits. Like, holy fucking shit. I don't want to do this all the time, right? Because then I would just overly tire my body out. I would just tire my body out too much compared to the benefits. But once in a while, this is so good. And then the other amount of the time, I lower the weight, I do more control reps. But holy fucking shit. All right, so I'm gonna do the same weight for some hammer curls now. Okay, so now I'm gonna lower the weight, do some more control reps, and that's gonna be the end of it. Okay, so for these ones, it's lightweight. I'm gonna curl my palms to my forehead for maximum bicep activation. Whew. Yeah. Whew. All right, that's it. I think, yeah, I think we have a good bicep pump. I can feel it. Let's sit down and discuss. All right, so if the planche gets you big biceps, then why the hell am I still doing bicep curls? I think it's a great question, but the reason that I do bicep curls is because, well, I want bigger biceps. More stimulus for the biceps is bigger biceps. Yes, the planche by itself, my biceps, for instance, were built 95% by the planche. So yes, the planche will give you a big biceps. But at the same time, I've been training for more than 8 years. You know, you can build these biceps way faster than 8 years if you focus on bicep training. You know, you should not be training planche if your goal is purely, you know, big biceps. There are many ways to do big biceps, and yes, doing planche is one of them, but it's not as efficient as it could be. It's dangerous because the planche can injure you quite easily. You know, you have wrist injuries, you have planche, you have shoulder injuries, elbow injuries. Like, it's a risky move. So you should, you know, train planche to train the planche, because every other body part, let's say you want big shoulders, let's say you want big biceps, right? You can train these parts of your body with other movements as well that don't entail as much risk. Now, if you want to train the planche, as a benefit, you know, a little side mission, you're gonna get bigger biceps and bigger planche. That's true. So just make clear to yourself what your goals are. If your goal is purely to get bigger biceps, you can do something else. It doesn't matter. Like, the bicep curl is a very good movement, even though it's not calisthenics. So for me, I love training the planche. I've been doing it since I started training. So I want to keep training the planche, but at the same time, like, I'm on this bulk right now. So I have this little side mission of putting on extra muscle, right? And I don't mind having extra big arms. So that's why I choose to do a different movement as well. Don't limit yourself to the planche. That's all I'm saying. But let's say that you have this goal of, you know, building a physique purely with calisthenics. I think, you know, for one, training the planche is fun. You know, you have that, like, this sense of achievement every time you progress a little bit. It's very fun, and you can train the planche for a bigger bicep. But also, if your goal is the big bicep, I would take in the chin up as well. You know, a combination of planche and chin up is gonna get you very big biceps. I don't have a single doubt regarding that. There's just no other way. So yeah, if you want to do it purely calisthenics, I think that's the way. But that's it, I guess, regarding the planche. So yeah, again, don't limit yourself. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, today was a good training. Bit of a short training, I guess. What time is it? It's 7:30. So I've been training for a good hour. It was a fun training. Light planche work. Got to do, well, quite a fun set on the no assisted planche, you know. 4 push-ups to a press, wasn't bad. And then after that, we got to dabble in some supinated planche, which is, like I said, very good for the bicep. But I wasn't doing it for the bicep, I was doing it for fun, right? That's the whole point. But that little Maltese hold at the end, the last set of planche was, you know, I expected it to be easier, but like once I entered the planche, I was like, oh, like the Maltese, I was like, oh fuck, this is not gonna happen. But then it happened anyway, so that was very nice too. But yeah, after that, very nice bicep work, and that's all you need for a nice training, right? It doesn't have to be complex, it doesn't have to be special. You know, just try some stuff. You fail some things, you succeed in some things, and in the end, you're pumped as shit. So tomorrow is gonna be pull skills and triceps. So yeah, I'll see you then.